What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the inside scoop on all the biggest stories making waves across the sports world. You do not want to miss these updates, as things are moving at lightning speed, and we're breaking it all down for you right here, right now. Get ready for some seriously compelling insights that will keep you on the edge of your seat. We're diving headfirst into the latest buzz, from critical player evaluations to surprising fan sentiments and even some unexpected commentary that's sparking major debate. This is your essential download of everything you need to know to stay ahead of the game. So buckle up, because the action is just getting started, and you're getting it all first on the Roger Report. First up, we're talking about quarterback situations and league rankings. The Athletic has dropped its latest assessment, and it's causing quite a stir. We'll break down where a prominent team's QB room landed on their list, dissecting the analysis of both seasoned veterans and developing talent. Is it a fair assessment, or are the numbers telling the whole story? You'll want to hear this. Next, we're diving into fan perceptions and player reputations. A recent poll has crowned an NFL player with a rather unique title, and it's not the first time. We'll explore the results, see who else made the list, and discuss what this means for player perception in the league. Plus, we'll look at the fan bases that voted most strongly for this particular player. Get ready for some spicy takes. And in our final two stories, we've got a former analyst stepping into the spotlight to defend a controversial figure, sparking a massive debate about player appreciation and performance. Then, we're shining a light on a Super Bowl winner with deep roots, celebrating a champion who's part of a significant legacy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Steelers QB ranking sparks controversy. The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation has been a major talking point this offseason, with significant changes made to the roster. The Athletic recently published its rankings of the 10 worst quarterback situations across the NFL, and their assessment of the Steelers landed them at 5th worst. This ranking, compiled by Saad Yousuf, has ignited discussions about the team's strategy and the perceived quality of their quarterback depth. Yousuf's analysis zeroes in on the veteran presence, questioning the durability of key players while also casting doubt on the readiness of the backup options. Specifically, the article highlights the age of the primary quarterback, noting he will turn 42 in December, and acknowledges his recent Achilles injury, though he did play a full 17-game season in 2024 without any reported issues during training camp. The core of the controversy, however, seems to stem from the evaluation of the backup quarterbacks. Yousuf's contention that the group of backup signal callers wouldn't register in the top half of the league has raised eyebrows, especially given the recent performances of players like Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson. Both Rudolph and Thompson have stepped into starting roles in previous seasons when called upon, demonstrating their ability to perform under pressure. Rudolph, in particular, is credited with saving the Steelers' season in 2023, leading them to 3 crucial wins to secure a playoff spot and delivering a solid performance in their wild card loss. Thompson also had a notable stint with the Dolphins, nearly defeating the Bills in the playoffs after stepping in for Tua Tagovailoa, and had an impressive preseason that convinced the Steelers to keep all their quarterbacks on the roster. Despite these proven abilities, the ranking suggests a lack of confidence in their long-term potential or their ability to consistently perform at a high level. The article also points to the absence of a clear long-term plan for the quarterback position. With the current veteran likely heading into his final season, the team faces uncertainty beyond the upcoming year. While Rudolph has another year on his contract, the future remains a significant question mark, especially with a rookie quarterback like Howard, who is largely an unknown quantity. The overall assessment suggests that while the Steelers possess talent at the quarterback position, the lack of a defined future strategy is what keeps them languishing near the bottom of these league-wide evaluations. The public reaction has been mixed, with many fans defending the team's current quarterback room, citing the proven ability of Rudolph and the potential of the backups, while others agree with the assessment that a long-term vision is missing. But is this ranking the only judgment being passed on this prominent quarterback? We're diving into fan perceptions and player reputations next, and trust me, You won't want to miss this. Rodgers crowned NFL's most annoying player again. Aaron Rodgers, a name synonymous with MVP awards and Super Bowl victories, has achieved a different kind of notoriety for the second consecutive year. A recent survey conducted by the Action Network, polling over 3,000 NFL fans, has once again named Rodgers as the league's most annoying player. This controversial title, which he also held last year, saw Rodgers garner a staggering 24% of the total vote, with a significant majority of NFL fan bases, 21 out of 32, casting their vote for him. This widespread sentiment highlights a complex relationship between the star quarterback and the league's fan base, extending far beyond his on-field performance. The survey results reveal a clear hierarchy of fan disapproval, with Kansas City's Travis Kelce coming in second with 17% of the vote, named by 10 fan bases. Cleveland's Deshaun Watson was also singled out by his home city's fans. Other notable players like Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, and Odell Beckham Jr. rounded out the top 5. The breakdown of which fan bases voted Rodgers as most annoying offers a fascinating glimpse into regional rivalries and historical perceptions. Unsurprisingly, the Minnesota Vikings led the pack with 43.4% of their fans finding Rodgers annoying, followed closely by the Green Bay Packers, 42.9%, and the Chicago Bears, 38%. Even teams Rodgers has never played for, like the Denver Broncos and New England Patriots, registered high percentages. This widespread annoyance factor seems to be rooted in a combination of factors, including Rodgers' perceived arrogance, controversial off-field statements, and a history of contentious relationships with coaches and teammates during his long tenure with the Packers. His criticism of former head coach Mike McCarthy, the infamous coach killer label, and his demands for personnel control painted a picture of a player often at odds with his organization. Furthermore, his public statements regarding vaccination status, his darkness retreat, and his ayahuasca journey added layers of off-field drama that polarized opinions. Even his brief stint with the New York Jets, ending after just 4 snaps due to an Achilles tear, and a subsequent full season with a career-low passer rating, have done little to endear him to a broader audience. The survey results underscore that while Rodgers possesses undeniable talent, his public persona and the controversies that have followed him have significantly impacted how fans perceive him, leading to this recurring, unflattering distinction. The poll's findings have sparked considerable debate online, with fans dissecting the reasons behind Rodgers' consistent ranking and whether it reflects his on-field impact or his off-field controversies more. But is everyone in the football world ready to label Rodgers as nothing more than annoying? We're about to hear from a former analyst who thinks otherwise, and it's causing quite a stir. Greg Olsen defends Aaron Rodgers, igniting fan debate. In the often contentious landscape of NFL commentary, former player and current analyst Greg Olsen has stepped into the fray with a robust defense of Aaron Rodgers, particularly in the wake of Rodgers' brief and ill-fated tenure with the New York Jets. Olsen's remarks, aimed at challenging the prevailing negative sentiment surrounding Rodgers, have ignited a significant debate among fans and media alike, highlighting the polarized views on the veteran quarterback. Olsen, known for his insightful analysis and candid opinions, suggested that the public and media often fail to appreciate the unique circumstances and pressures that athletes like Rodgers face. He implied that the narrative surrounding Rodgers' career, especially his recent struggles and controversies, is overly simplistic and overlooks the complexities of playing at an elite level for an extended period. This defense comes at a time when Rodgers is preparing for a new chapter with the Pittsburgh Steelers, following a season that ended almost as soon as it began due to an Achilles injury with the Jets. Olsen's comments, which seem to push back against the idea that Rodgers is simply an annoying or washed-up player, have been interpreted by some as a direct response to recent polls and media discussions that have been critical of the quarterback. He emphasized that players who have achieved Rodgers' level of success and sustained it for so long operate under a different set of expectations and scrutiny. The debate Olsen has sparked centers on several key points: the definition of player annoyance, the role of media in shaping public perception, and the fine line between constructive criticism and unfair judgment. Critics of Olsen's stance argue that Rodgers' own actions and public statements, from his off-field controversies to his criticisms of teammates and coaches, have contributed significantly to his negative public image. They point to his brief Jets stint and his age as valid reasons for concern and skepticism. On the other hand, supporters of Olsen's view suggest that the media often sensationalizes off-field issues and that Rodgers' on-field accomplishments should not be overshadowed by personal drama. They argue that players like Rodgers, who have faced immense pressure and scrutiny throughout their careers, deserve a more nuanced evaluation. The conversation has also touched upon the idea of player appreciation, with Olsen's defense suggesting that the intensity of the modern sports media cycle can sometimes detract from recognizing the sustained excellence of veteran athletes. This defense of Rodgers by a respected former player like Olsen adds a significant layer to the ongoing discourse about his legacy and future in the league, ensuring that the conversation around him remains as dynamic as ever. But while some are defending Rodgers' past, are we looking closely enough at the players who shared the field with him during his championship runs? We're turning our attention to a Super Bowl winner with a unique background next. Brandon Chillar, a Super Bowl champion with deep NFL roots. In the vast and often intricate tapestry of the National Football League, certain individuals stand out not just for their on-field achievements, but also for their unique journeys and contributions to the sport. Brandon Chillar, an Indian-American linebacker, is one such figure whose career reached the pinnacle of success when he won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers during Aaron Rodgers' championship-winning era. Chillar's story is a compelling narrative of perseverance, talent, and the breaking of barriers in a sport historically dominated by different demographics. His presence on the field as a Super Bowl champion not only signifies his athletic prowess, but also represents a significant milestone for the Indian American community in professional American football. While the provided text snippets do not offer extensive details about Chillar's personal life or his specific contributions during the Packers' Super Bowl XLV victory, his inclusion in the context of Aaron Rodgers' career highlights a shared championship experience. This connection places him within a significant moment in recent NFL history, associated with one of the league's most celebrated quarterbacks. Chillar's journey likely involved navigating the challenges of a highly competitive sport, demonstrating the dedication and skill required to compete at the highest level. His success serves as an inspiration, particularly for aspiring athletes from underrepresented backgrounds who may see his achievements as a testament to what is possible. The brief mention of him alongside news about Rodgers and league rankings suggests a broader look at the ecosystem surrounding top NFL talent, examining not just the star quarterbacks, but also the key supporting players who contribute to team success. The impact of athletes like Chillar extends beyond the game itself, fostering a sense of pride and representation within their communities. His Super Bowl win, achieved alongside Rodgers and the Packers, is a testament to the collective effort and talent that defines championship teams. As the NFL continues to diversify its player base and engage with a global audience, stories like Brandon Chillar's become increasingly important in showcasing the league's evolving landscape and celebrating the achievements of all its participants. And that wraps up our deep dives for today. Stay tuned for our lightning round recap and full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We covered the Steelers' QB ranking, Aaron Rodgers being named most annoying player again, Greg Olsen's defense of Rodgers, and Brandon Chillar's Super Bowl win. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the Rodger Report for more exclusive content, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, drop a comment below with your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.